Welcome to part 3 of working with strings in Python. So in this next video we're going to continue covering some of the methods that you can use with strings in Python. So the first methods we're going to look at now are the starts with, the ends with, the find, and replace. So the starts with and ends with methods return true if the string value they are called on begins or ends with the string passed to the method. Otherwise they will return false. So let me just go ahead and type in hello world, and I will specify starts with, and then I'll specify the string I want it to check to see if it starts with that string. That should return true. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste this, and what we're going to do is we're going to check to see if the method ends with world, so that should return true also. The next one, ABC 1 2 3, starts with ABCDEFG. That'll return false because it does not. We'll go ahead and ABC ends with 1 2. That should return false also. Go ahead and check to see in this next one if hello world starts with hello world. It should return true because it should match that. And then finally, I don't want to copy hello world down there. I want to go ahead and check to see if it ends with hello world. It should return true also. The find method returns the lowest index in the string where the substring is found. If the substring is not found, the method returns a -1. So I'm going to go ahead and set string equal to 4 and 7 years ago. And then I want to go ahead and find the position equal to our string, and what we want to do is we want to find 7. So it should find the index number 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So if I go ahead and display the value saved in position should be 15. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check to see if equals string, and what we want to do is we want to find the word not in our string. So if I go ahead and print out position, it'll return -1. So that's a good way to check to see if a value or a substring is actually in the string. If it does, it returns the position. If it doesn't, if it's not in the string, it will return that -1. And then the replace method returns a copy of the string with all instances of old replaced by new. So we'll just go ahead, redisplay our string 4 and 7 years ago. We're going to go ahead and save a new string equals, and we're going to call string dot replace, and what we're going to look for is years, and we're going to go ahead and replace that with days. So it should replace all the occurrences of years with days. And if I go ahead and display that new string now, what we have is 4 and 7 days ago. So again, that will replace all instances of the old string with the new string. The next methods we're going to look at are the join and the split. So the join method is useful when you have a list of strings that need to be joined together into a single string value. The join method is called on a string, gets past a list of strings, and returns a string. The return string is the concatenation of each string in the passed in list. So we'll go ahead, and what we want to do is we want to add a comma between each one of these items, strings in our list. So it's cats, rats, and bats. So what it returns a string, and then after the first and second string, it adds a comma and then a space. The next one, what we're going to do is we want to add a space between the strings in this list. So string, and what we're going to specify is my name is, and what this should, okay, let me see. Oh, I missed my join, so let me go ahead and Control C, Control V, and let me go ahead and add my join call in there. There we go. So what that does is it adds a space after each one of the strings in that list. And then finally, I can go ahead and we can actually add one string to another string. So I have ABC, and what we're going to join that to is up above. So if I return, what that does is it adds ABC after my name and is. The split method does the opposite. It's called on a string value and returns a list of strings. So let's go ahead and type in a string. My name is Mike, and we want to go ahead and split that string. What that does is it returns a list of each one of the strings in the list. So what it does is it split wherever whitespace characters such as a space, tab, or new line are found. These whitespace characters are not included in the strings in the returned list. The other thing you can do is you can pass a delimiter string to the split method to specify a different string to split on. So suppose if a string contains a date and we want to split the month, day, and year. So let's go ahead and have a date string that equals to today's date, 3/5/2019, and then what we want to do is we want to split that, so our date list will equal our date string, and we'll call our split, and then what we're going to do is we're going to specify our delimiter, how we want it separated when the method is called. So now if I go ahead and look at my date list, it's split up the month, day, and year of that date. And then finally, sometimes you may want to strip off whitespace characters such as spaces, tabs, and new lines from the left side, right side, or both sides of the string. So the strip string method will return a new string without any whitespace characters at the beginning or end. The lstrip and rstrip methods will remove whitespace characters from the left and right ends respectively. So we go ahead and set spam to hello world. So I've added some white space at the beginning of the end. If I call spam strip, It'll return the string with no white space at the beginning or end. It will not remove any white space in between. If I call my right strip method, it'll remove the space from the right side. And then finally, if I call my L strip, it'll remove the spaces from the left side of the string. Okay, so that's all I wanted to cover in this video. In the final video, what I'll be walking you through is a Python program that puts some of these string methods into action. So we will talk to you later.